How does a Moroccan lentil soup sound? Medicinal, so delicious, warms the heart, the stomach, the soul. The more you eat, the more health benefits you're going to get. It's amazing. Drug companies definitely don't want you making this soup, especially if you're going to eat it. Okay, so if you're excited to learn about Moroccan lentil soup, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like, comment, share. That really helps get this out into the eyeballs of more people so more people can eat healthy food that tastes really good, okay? All right, so let's go with this video. A lot of the mechanics I'm not going to show you because we all know how to chop vegetables and things like that. So in this video, I'm just not going to go there. Keep it flowing smoothly. You'll need a stock pot. See, I've already chopped. So we got approximately 1 cup of onions, probably a little bit more. 1 cup of chopped celery. Now I buy the stalks with the greens on them still because I keep the greens. I chop those up too and put it in there. A cup of carrots and also at least 4 or 5 garlic bulbs. Well, the garlic has sprouted. It's ideal that way. You can eat the greens. So much medicinal therapeutic energy. And the garlic bulbs are going to be more therapeutic in their medicinal value too. So keep that in mind. You want to do at least 2. I just happen to like garlic a lot. So I got about 4 or 5 garlic bulbs here. And with this, you can chop it, mince it. I like these garlic presses. So this one I will show you because it's just fun. You put them in there, squeeze the crap out of it, and out the other end comes your garlic. It's beautiful. I love it. Saves time. It's fun. And these are only like, I don't remember what I paid for this. Maybe like, I don't know, $10, $12, something like that. Maybe 15 at the most. I don't think it's quite 20. And then that's it. This thing is done. And it cleans up really easily. They should give me referral money. Alright, and then from here, we're going to take... You don't want to use olive oil. And we're going to use as little as possible. This one's already open. Because I don't like to cook with a lot of oil, so just as little as possible. We're going to put it at the bottom of this stock pot. Plenty good. Or coconut oil. Most of the time I actually use coconut oil. I just wanted to vary things up. Or avocado oil. Do not use olive oil because olive oil turns into a carcinogen when you heat it up. These other oils have a higher flash point. Avocado being the highest flash point. So you can cook with those things. And then simply take my gorgeous vegetables and my garlic. Put it all in here. I've already had the burner on for a minute, as you can tell. And I got my trusty wooden spoon over here, right there. All right, get my lid. At this point, it doesn't really matter if you put a lid over it or not, but so that's going to saute now for about, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 minutes, something like that. Probably no longer than 5, probably no longer than 4, until it's a little bit of a golden brown, a little translucent, but just don't cook the crap out of it quite yet. And I'll see you with the next step. Welcome back. Okay, it's been sauteing for a few minutes now. It's ready. Oh, the aroma just from anytime you do carrots, onion, celery, it really just fills the room with an unbelievable fragrance. I just love it. Okay, so I'm going to show you something super special. First, water. This is 2 cups that I poured into a glass, so I could do this for you. Put it in there. And now, this is a key concept of healthy plant-based whole food cooking with medicinal therapeutic value. Instead of salt and sugar, we're using herbs and spices. So for this particular dish, the Moroccan lentil soup, we have black pepper. Do at least a teaspoon. I'm doing 2.5, maybe 3 teaspoons here. We have this bright yellow stuff. You might find it in mustard. This is turmeric. I'd say about 1 or 2 teaspoons. I've got about between 3 and 4 teaspoons here because, you know, I like it really flavorful and heated. So if you don't really like too spicy, then go with the lower numbers that I'm giving you. This here is cumin, ground cumin. Again, about a teaspoon or two. I've got about 3 or 4 teaspoons here of the ground. Actually, no. The ground cumin, I do go a little bit lighter. I think when cumin is easy to overpower things, so I probably got about 2 teaspoons here, I would say. This is smoked paprika. So much more flavorful than just regular paprika. In fact, with regular paprika, it's more of a visual aesthetic thing. It doesn't really do too much flavor-wise, but the smoked stuff, it's magic. I've got about, I don't know, 2 or 3 teaspoons worth of that in here. And you can go heavy on the smoked paprika because it doesn't really add a lot of heat. It's just a really good flavor. Ginger. So the ginger powder, I went with a solid 4 teaspoons for sure, maybe 4.5. If you don't want it too spicy, go with 2. 2 should be fine. And then cinnamon. The cinnamon part is what really makes it a little different than, say, an Indian dish. Like, all this is very Indian, but then we add the cinnamon. And in my experience so far with my little knowledge of Indian food, and especially Moroccan food, the cinnamon is what tends to make it more Moroccan. I even do a Moroccan carrot salad that is really amazing. Look in my YouTube channel for it. It's there. If you don't see it, just comment below and I'll link it to you. So one note I want to make about the black pepper. Anytime you use turmeric, add at least a pinch of black pepper. This is obviously more than a pinch, but turmeric is extremely medicinal. It's probably the #1 anti-inflammation food on planet Earth that the Earth grows. But if you want to increase the nutrient absorption of the medicinal properties of the turmeric, you add some black pepper. So this is going to, this pairing here by itself is going to do magic inside the body. And then you got all these other wonderful, completely therapeutic medicinal ingredients too. So remember that instead of salt and sugar, learn how to cook with herbs and spices. It's a game changer for your health, your pocketbook, and just how you're going to feel day to day. And the drug companies hate it, so we know we must love it, right? So I'm just simply going to put this off into here. Oh yeah, now the room is really going to start to smell fantastic, as if it didn't already smell amazing. Now there's going to be an unforgettable aroma. And I can already start to smell the aroma because this is going right into a heated pan with the water in it and everything. Oh, it's so good. Okay, so let me share this with you. I'm going to be adding the red lentils here very soon in like just a minute or so. But I notice in people's houses, their spice rack, stuff like this, the kind of stuff that I put in here, people usually hang on to that stuff for years because they go through so little of it, but then they load up on the salt and the sugar, and so they're constantly having to buy more salt and sugar to replenish. So if you change that, constantly replenish your herbs and spices, okay? And then salt and sugar, I just get rid of it, to be honest with you. And then as very little oil as possible, but when you're heating oil, remember, not olive oil because it turns carcinogenic when it's over, like, say, 114 degrees. So the higher flash point oils, like grapeseed oil, coconut oil, and especially avocado oil, I believe has the highest flash point. If I'm wrong, correct me in the comments, please. So I will see you back here in a minute. Or actually immediately, because I'll be editing this video so it goes from this, you'll see what I mean. See, that was a snap. So 2 cups of red lentils, or any color lentils that you want. Red lentils cooks really fast and they're pretty to look at, so I just go with red lentils. I'm just gonna pour that in here after it's been going for just a minute or 2 with those spices. And I'm gonna let this go for a few minutes or so. Stir that in there. At this point, this is super thick because there's not a lot of water with everything else in here, the 2 ingredients. I'll show you what it looks like right now. So it's super thick. So it's going to be kind of a saute for the red lentils that I just put in there. So I'm going to let that go for a few minutes while I get the next ingredients ready. It's just a couple more ingredients to go, so no big deal. Put the lid over it right now. And I'll be back. Okay, now we're gonna add, let's see, we already did the lentils, so now we're gonna add more water. 4 cups. I've already established that one of these glasses equals 2 cups, so I'm gonna fill it up twice for 4 cups, because I can do some simple math. Ha 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 ha. And now we're gonna let this simmer on a low heat for about 30 minutes. We're just about done. Okay, so this is actually, it's been more like about 15 minutes than 30 minutes, and because I used the red lentils, they just cook cook much better and faster. They're already soft and perfect. I took a little taste and my God, it tastes so good. And we still have just a little bit to add. So we are gonna add a cup of almond milk or coconut milk, or in this case, coconut toasted or almond toasted coconut milk by Calipio. Just a cup. If you want, you can also add just a can of coconut milk with full-on coconut fat and stir it in there. It's delicious. It is. In fact, why am I doing this? That's actually better. I mean, variety, that's why. So that's an option. And the juice of half a lemon or a whole one, I'm going to go half because that's what I'm feeling right now. I got this little juicer thing. I think they're so cool. You just place the lemon down like that. Or a lime. They make smaller ones for limes. And you don't have to worry about the seeds getting in there. It automatically keeps the seeds from getting in there. And that's it. Oh, that's so good. The other half I just squeeze into some water and have some lemon water with a splash of Bragg's apple cider vinegar. That'll be delicious. And a drop of oregano oil and stir it up really good so I don't burn my mouth when I drink it. Oh, so good. Okay, so now this is done. Heat source is going off. I don't need to keep the heat on. The lemon is definitely more medicinal when it's closer to being raw, but it's already in a hot heat source, so it's not really going to be raw, but I'm not going to cook the crap out of it either. So that's it. The heat source is off. Now we have this wonderful soup. Oh yeah. In fact, I want it to be just a little bit more brothy, so I'm going to add just a little bit more water here. It's probably about a cup extra I added. So at this point, you basically just make it as runny or as thick as you want for soup. I'm going to put some in a bowl right now, and I'm going to taste test it for you. I'm sure it's amazing. I have no doubt. I mean, I made it. Actually, I don't need a bowl. It's already all in here. I'm just going to watch me with a wooden spoon right now. It's going to be amazing. All right, here we go. God, the aroma is so good. Okay, get a piece of carrot in here along with onion and celery and some lentil. Oh, had one. There we go. Okay, I got just about everything in this spoon right here. You can even put handfuls of spinach in here, and when you cook spinach down, like just as you're turning the heats off, that is, the heat source off, that is, you don't want to cook spinach down too much, but you know, even as the heat source is being turned off, it'll cook down enough to where you can really load it up with greens like spinach. So here we go. Wow. That's just going to warm the whole body, make everything, it's comfort food. It's healthy, very medicinal, therapeutic medicinal comfort food. So instead of the fried chicken and whatever else, all that other comfort food that gives you a lot of health problems, makes hospitals and drug companies very rich, this is the kind of comfort food right here. Indian cooking, Moroccan cooking, Eastern dishes like this with these kinds of flavorings and these spices and these flavor profiles, and instead of sugar and salt, you know, like I showed you, herbs and spices. Oh, it just warms the heart, the soul, the whole esophagus, the belly, and it's just crazy good for you, and it tastes so good and it's comfort food. So I hope you enjoy that. Feel free to share this. Subscribe, like, comment. Tell me you're making this. Tell me how you might have modified this to fit your own taste palette, and I'd love to hear about your experience, okay? Remember, you're going to pay the farmers or the hospitals. I recommend focusing on paying the farmers. They'll make more of this stuff so that maybe you won't have to pay the hospitals because you'll be so healthy and feeling good. And among the best gifts we can give to other people that love us and care about us is to be around, to be alive, and to be doing well. All right, that's all I got for you for now. Stick around. Another reason you want to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I make new videos, because I'm going to be making new videos with more great stuff like this. Mwah! To your health and happiness.